even got the underground shit you did with Scam.
I got a room full of your posters and your pictures, man.
I like the shit you did with Rockets too, that shit was bad.
Anyways, I hope you get this, man. Hit me back.
Just a chat, truly yours, your biggest fan. This is Stan.
Welcome to the Not My Scene podcast, the podcast where we explore different scenes, communities, subcultures, and corners of the internet and tell you what we find. I'm Yarden.
I'm Kaya, and today we have a special guest, dear friend of the pod. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Hey, Not My Scene. This is Hana.
Yay! Welcome to the pod, Hannah. Long time coming.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here. It's about time.
It really is. Let's get our admin out of the way.
Yes, we release episodes every other Tuesday, although this one is coming out 1 week later, and then we'll be back on our every other week schedule. But follow us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or anywhere you get your podcasts, and Instagram and TikTok.
Yay! Dan, what's been your scene lately?
Mine is one that you do already know about, I think, but it's been swimming in the water when it's too cold out to do that, mostly in the Puget Sound, which is something that I think I was really into as a youth. I really forced that. We used to do polar plunges on New Year's Eve. Just always loved the thrill of jumping into icy cold water. But I feel like as an adult, I started valuing being comfortable and warm like too much. Mm-hmm. So I'm forcing myself to get in the water again.
Hey, that's awesome.
Yeah. Thanks.
I have not swam at all in the Bay Area since living here, and I feel like it's exactly what you described. I've gotten too comfortable. I need to get out there and doing some more polar plunges. And when Den visited me, you went in the water.
Oh, yeah, I did. So I actually, I have been back on that for a while. The thing is, I never really regret it. I've regretted not doing it, but you always feel so good right after, I feel like, unless it's you're in a situation where you can't warm up after.
Until you get pneumonia.
Mm-hmm. Did that happen to you?
I mean, I've had pneumonia, but not from doing a polar plunge.
Just a risk to be aware of.
Not really the jump in a body of water type.
No. And that's okay. We want to amplify a diverse range of voices on Not My.
That's why we brought you on.
Representation.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to go next?
Yeah. So I couldn't really narrow one scene down, with it being my first time and all, but
I walked into Hannah's room and she had a notebook filled with scene ideas.
The first one that came to mind, obviously, was the new Lorde album, Virgin, which I've been listening to a lot. The main one, I think the one most culturally relevant at this moment, is Megan Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson hard launching one another on Instagram.
I saw the Labubu video.
Yeah.
Wait, what is the Labubu video?
So I'll give you a timeline. It all started a week ago. Megan posted these pictures from her trip in the Bahamas where she's sitting by the pool in a swimsuit, and you can see this man in the background and it's kind of far away, so you can't really tell, but it's pretty clearly Klay Thompson. Okay. So everyone was like, whoa, Megan Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson. But it was kind of there wasn't enough evidence. It could have just been someone that really looked like him.
Yeah, or it could have been they're on a brand trip together.
Well, yeah, it was okay. Just two of them.
Can I be honest? I don't know who that is.
Klay Thompson?
Yeah.
My God. I'm impressed you know who Klay Thompson is, Dan. Just knowing you, I didn't think...
Well, now it's back to your regular meeting expectations.
Is a Warriors legend.
Okay. I mean, I figured he was an athlete.
Yeah, he was one of the like Splash Brothers. It was him and Steph Curry, and he was on the Warriors for a long time. I think like a, 11 years maybe. He was number 11, so that number just might be stuck in my head. But he was on the Warriors for a long time. He got 4 rings with us. And now I think he currently plays for the Dallas Mavericks. Him and Megan Thee Stallion dating like really feels like my worlds colliding.
Yeah.
So those pictures came out, and then he posted on Instagram like 2 or 3 days ago a picture of him like kissing a girl and kind of like grabbing her waist. And it's from the back, but it's like clearly Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
And then a picture of them holding hands, like of their hands. And then I think yesterday she posted the Labubu video of her unboxing a bunch of Labubus that her man got her. And she's like sitting on his lap and you can see his legs.
And he's like touching her a lot.
They haven't even really like hard launched, I guess.
But that's
it's
such
just
a
like
hard launch
the
for her to
proof
be
is in the
sitting.
pudding. Like it's very clear.
It's like the sexiest Labubu video I've ever seen.
Yeah, it is. And yeah, I mean, I'm happy for them.
I'm happy for you.
I'm happy for you too. I texted like everyone I knew about it when he posted the photos. Because I didn't want to get my hopes up when I saw the initial pictures of them in the Bahamas. So
that's a very appropriate scene for today's topic.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's so true. And for last week's topic.
True.
Yeah.
Building of Labubus and stains.
Yeah.
The lap photo is so fun, or video is so funny.
It's like 8 minutes long.
Like, also, it's like really like the most opulent display of wealth to be showing so many Labubus.
Yeah.
Okay.
My third scene and final is cleaning my room.
Love.
Hannah and I both cleaned our rooms yesterday, so
in a big way.
And this is partly why we got the idea to have Hannah on the pod, because she really like witnessed my scene this weekend. Okay, basically what has happened is, I'll back up. This weekend I was trying to, I thought I had bought a flight and I couldn't find it anywhere in my email. So I was like looking through my email records. I was looking through my calendar. I could not find the flight anywhere. And my last resort is I was like, okay, I'll check my credit card statement and see if I have a record of the flight on that day. So I'm going through my different like credit card accounts. And I log into one, and first I'm like, whoa, that statement balance looks kind of high. And then I go to look at my statement, and I'm like, everything looks mostly normal, except it's like a little bit off, and I have a pretty bad memory. So it's like, Oishi matcha. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds like me. I don't remember like going to a place called Oishi matcha, but like obviously I do love matcha, and there's like some like bills for Japanese restaurants that I don't like totally remember going to, but I do buy sushi like
sounds
a lot.
like me.
And then I see Daiho Korean barbecue, and I'm like, I have not been to Daiho in like 2 years. I went there once, and it was not by choice because they don't really have like pescatarian great options there. Like, I'm not going to Korean barbecue. So I'm like, that's weird. Like, is this like reflected 2 years later on my statement? What is going on? And then there's like $500 of charges from Target. And I'm like, I definitely did not spend $500 at Target. So long story short, I realized that I have lost my credit card and it has been stolen by someone who lives in San Francisco. So I think I know when this happened, because sometimes I have a bad habit of putting my credit card in the back of my jeans loose. And then when you pull your phone out, you have to be really careful that it doesn't take the card with it, you know?
Yeah.
And so like a little over a month ago, I went to trivia and I could not find my credit card after this trivia experience. And I called the bar and they said they didn't have it. And then I checked my statement for like a week or two after, but everything seemed fine. So I was like, okay, I'm sure I have it. Like, it's probably in like a pocket of my jeans or like in a random tote bag or something. I just don't really use physical credit cards that much. And then I completely forgot about it. until now. And it turns out someone definitely picked my credit card up on the floor of our local bar that we go to a good amount. And you guys look around, theft is all around you. It could be your neighbors, because this bitch has been using my credit card, just living life in San Francisco. Like, this is not credit card theft at the scale of like, oh, they went to like Best Buy and bought like $2,000 worth of gift cards that could be untraceable or whatever. Like, this person, whoever they are, has just been buying regular coffees and matchas and sushi and going to arcade bars and picking up the tab and all. And
drinks on me, guys.
literally, drinks on Kaya, drinks on me.
I mean, my mom had her credit card stolen like a month ago, and they just immediately went to Nordstrom and bought a $10,000 bag, and then that was it.
Like, this person is not, I don't think that they have stolen credit cards before. I think they found my credit card and then they were like, I think I'm going to become a thief now. And they've just started funding their lifestyle with my credit card. And the crazy thing is, it's like literally me. Like, this person, like, I was on the phone with Bank of America, and the lady who was helping me was like cracking up because she's like, so like this matcha charge isn't you? Like, no. And there's like so many other matcha charges from like prior months. And there's like our favorite sushi restaurant that we order sushi from, they went to.
She's like, it really seems like you.
This is the profile of a woman in her late 20s living in San Francisco.
She kept saying, I've never seen it this bad. Yeah. I'm going to be honest with you. I've never seen it this
bad. In
my
13 years of fraud working at Bank of America, she, quote, has never seen anything like this. Because she says they always just like buy a bunch of credit, like gift cards or do something big and then they're done. And this person has just been living life with my credit card.
And it's truly like we go to all the same places as this person.
They must live nearby.
Oh, I've got theories. I made a list of all the charges and how much they were for. There are like 95 charges totaling nearly $5,000. And we made like a map of all the places that they frequent. And so I have a bunch of theories about who they are and what they do. But I mean, it is crazy. Like, this is someone that we would be friends with because we have this.
Like, you might have met them or bumped into them at least.
Probably walked by them because this person definitely lives very close to us. You can tell by the way that they've been frequenting certain businesses. We think it might be a gay man because there's a few charges for gay bars and clubs. They also charged GNC, you know, like the supplement brand. Like, they're like working on their body.
The bank teller person was like, "Oh yeah, the GNC doesn't look like you. You're right." No,
she's like, I can see you through your webcam right now, and I'm not talking GNC.
But it's wild too because like you can see there was a day they did a date night in Little Italy and like
I want that day. They have only been using my card for like disposable fun spending. It's
not like basic needs.
No, and the weird thing is, it's like I don't go out that often in the city, but the places they go, I'm like, yeah, I would go there. Like, it's like a specific type of person in San Francisco, and that person is me. It's my clone.
Use the charges for like a guide if there's any you haven't been to.
If you want to tell Den what you did, Hannah.
Oh, I made a Google Map guide. And made a bar crawl based.
Oh my god.
Card thieved bar crawl later this year.
I guess this is maybe just really lib coded of me, but I'm choosing to believe that it's just someone that thinks it's their card.
I'm choosing to not. This is my new op. I mean, I'm happy for them, but also I'm like, this is so you spent all my money doing these fun things I wanted to. It's just so insane. Like, apparently this is an episode of Friends that I am not familiar with anymore, but Monica like finds out that someone has been using her credit card to live like the life she desired, and that is literally what happened to me. Like, funny. I was like, I know I actually haven't spent money on matcha this month because I bought matcha powder at the store and I've been like making it at home to save money. So this bitch has been buying matcha as me, and I haven't even been buying matcha.
Damn.
Yeah.
Brutal.
So that's my scene. I'm gonna start making "Get Ready with Me to Live a Life in the Day of My Credit Card Thief" videos. So
You should. That's good. That's very good.
All right, should we talk
Okay.
about stands?
Yes. So, Kaya, what is a stan?
Wow, huge question. A stan is someone who, well, my understanding is it's like a super fan, but I actually don't know like the
Yeah,
etymology.
I actually I didn't realize that it had any root other than from the Eminem song, which is called Stan and is about like a really crazy fan who's writing letters to Eminem.
If you haven't heard it, you can listen to the cold open of the episode again.
I mean, it did come from that song, but I guess Eminem had the name be Stan because it's a combination of stalker and fan.
I think I did know that. I feel like Drew has told me that before.
As an Eminem stan.
Yeah, but stay. I feel like Stan in the Eminem song has a very negative connotation, but in general, I'm pretty positive towards Stans.
Yeah, I think a lot of fans have claimed that word.
The community has reclaimed the slur.
Exactly. And it's used just in modern speech a lot. It can be used as a verb. I stan this, I stan you. But we're specifically talking about stan accounts, which are stans who create a social media account dedicated to a specific celebrity.
And I feel like this has always been a thing, but with Instagram being like so big now, it feels more accessible. I don't know. Like we should talk about Tumblr.
Yeah. What has been both of your experiences with stan accounts and stan culture in your lives?
You want to go first?
I will admit that there was one point in my life when I was like 12 to 14 probably, where I was a very engaged user um of I was a follower of a certain band at the time,
Comprised of what gender?
a boy band. And I was very active on Stan Twitter and Tumblr for that band. And I had amassed a small following, including one of the members of the band.
What?
Low key, he kind of followed a lot of people, so
Wait,
not that special.
How many followers? How many followers?
I believe it was around 22,000. But that was at a time when like everyone just had so many. And I actually still like follow a lot of people from back in that time now as we've like evolved into adults and they don't, run Stan Twitter accounts
So like you
anymore.
follow their personal accounts?
Yes, I do. Only a handful, maybe 5. But it was a crazy time in my life and I'm happy. I feel like as an adult, I'm not really a stan of anything. Like I'm just not the stan type. If I were gonna stan anyone now, it would be like some old head shit, like Vampire Weekend or something.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that is a cool thing about stan culture is people actually do make friends. And one of my friends made a bunch of friends from the stan. I think it's the same stan community you're talking about. It was One Direction, right?
Yeah.
And 4 of them came to her wedding.
Oh.
And like they're all like queer now and it's funny, but shout out to her if she's listening.
Yeah. I went to grad school with someone who, like 3 years in, I found out they were running a Stan ship account, a Larry account, shipping.
Okay, I need to know who
Harry,
this was.
you don't
Oh
have
my god.
shipping Louis and Harry from One Direction, and it was like I was so shocked. Like I never would have.
Like they were actively running it a few years ago.
No, this was like much younger than Tumblr, I think. But yeah, like it was huge. It had like at least 100,000 followers. And And I love finding that out about someone.
It's more common than you think.
Yeah.
We walk amongst you.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I found out at a Harry Styles concert, I should be clear. So that was the first clue. But yeah. It's so funny. Like, the Stan account runners have grown up and they're going to grad school and they're working jobs.
They are your lawyers. They are your doctors.
Bro, like, am I a lawyer? I'm going to jail. My lawyer's running a Tumblr Larry fan account. Yeah, I don't have a ton of I feel like, unlike Hannah, I actually do think I have a Stan personality. Like, I feel like I'm kind of giving obsessive personality. I love getting like really into things, but it never translated to running a Stan account. I never clocked it. I didn't stand on business. I don't know, it never occurred to me to that was an outlet, I guess, for what I wanted to do. But I appreciate them. And I feel like I also was not very aware of Stan accounts until more recently when they moved to Instagram. And then sometimes I will go to look at Stan fashion accounts specifically. Like if I want to like get style inspo from someone or see like what piece they're wearing. Like, I'll look at this. Your eyes are watering. What?
Nothing. If you're talking about who I think you're talking about,
no, I don't.
Okay,
think so.
Great.
Wait, who do you think I'm talking
I just
about?
wouldn't go to them for fashions.
Yeah. No. It's so, to be clear, I'm not going to the fashion Stan accounts for the people I stan as an artist. I'm going to the fashion Stan accounts for people who I stan.
Who? Please give an example.
Like, okay, for example, after I saw The Materialist, which I did not like, boo, but it did make me want to get bangs, and she did look very chic in it. I went to like a Dakota Johnson style Instagram. And you can see me today in a white button-down open shirt and a nice blue denim and a black top, much like Dakota Johnson would maybe wear.
I'm shocked Dakota Johnson has stans.
Yeah, so true. The other thing I would say in terms of stan exposure is, speaking of Taylor Swift, like last year or maybe it was even 2 years ago during the Eras tour, I feel like I was engaging. 2023, I was engaging with stan accounts that were running the like live streams for her show.
Oh yeah.
Which was kind of like a separate, like that was crazy. People had like full like monitor setups and they would stream it would be like the people who were at the shows streaming, they had accounts, but then also there were people who would find streams and then stream the streams. So they would like just be clicking through all the different stream accounts and then you could watch those.
Yeah, what was that one really big account that I forget her name, but like she was very known. Yes. I think it's funny that like certain figures, like the Stan account owners, will become mini celebrities within the Stan communities.
Like Club Chalamet.
Yeah, definitely want to talk about Club Chalamet. Yeah, but yeah, I also I've never had a Stan account, and I've never been super involved in any particular like online Stan community, but it definitely comes across my desk. Like definitely a lot of Swiftie stuff on Twitter and TikTok. Like the Swiftie stans are so fun because the theories are just so unhinged. The Gaylor theories. I think when I was younger, I was on Tumblr and like would randomly get into really niche stan things. Like for some reason, I remember being really obsessed with Scandal and particularly like being obsessed, you know, the character Melly. She's the first lady.
The red, was she like, okay, let me look her up.
It's I thought okay. You
were a stan of the president, Kerry Washington. Oh yeah, I remember her.
But I was like a stan of her and like her affair. And then I was also like a stan of like the guy who would like torture people, him and that other girl.
Yeah.
I was shipping hard for that show.
You're shipping Melly having why? Because you were like, yes, girl.
Like, yeah, like get yours.
Scenes from Boosters, if any of you were also Millie stans, I would love to know.
I was like reblogging. There were dozens of us. I was.
Because we were watching Scandal together, and I feel like you never mentioned this out loud.
Yeah, I was just privately reblogging.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Okay, well, should we talk about the interviews?
Yeah.
Dad spoke with some awesome people who run Stan accounts, and I learned a lot listening to the interview.
Yeah, it was so fun. I talked to a Boy Genius Stan account, Boy Genius Source, shout out, and also a Heim Stan account, the Alana Heim, which is a pretty iconic name. It is funny that I interviewed two trio bands of like indie pop women.
Yeah. We have a type.
Yeah. So I hope you all enjoy indie pop trios. Thanks again for joining, Gracie. I'm excited to talk to you about your experience running a Heim account. And your account is the Alana Heim. Has it always been that username?
Yeah, so I made that account in like 2014
Mhm.
because I remember I seeing like there was a lot of accounts for like all of the sisters except like Alana. So I was like, I'm gonna be the Alana
Really?
account. I was gonna do this like beauty account, which it kind of started off as kind of like focused more on like Heim's fashion and their beauty, but then
Uh-huh.
it turned more kind of just into like a all sorts fan page.
Cool. Were you involved with like an online Heim stan community before you started your account?
No, I didn't really know many Haim fans. I have been very into music forever, so I had left
Mhm.
accounts for like some other people. So I knew a few people who were like also fans of them, but I feel like especially back in like late 2014 and like 2015, there was like maybe 15 fan accounts for Haim. So like it was a
Yeah.
very small community. So it's kind of like we were just like a couple of friends, and then I feel like it's just like gotten bigger and bigger.
Do
Yeah.
you still like keep in contact with those people from the first kind of wave of fan accounts?
Yeah, we have this group chat called the Founding Fathers, and we
Oh
still
my
talk all the
god,
time.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
Is there a name for the like Heim, like for Heim fans?
That is something that the fandom has like always debated because there's never really been an official one. And like everyone kind of has their own, like, so many fans joke that the term for Haim fans is just lesbians because
That's
that's
so
like
funny.
the market. Yeah, that's the market. But there's not like an official, like, coined term like other fandoms have.
Yeah, okay. So I did see on your Twitter, I saw a video of you meeting them, and it seemed like
Mhm.
they knew who you were. So I was wondering, like, what kind of interactions you've had with them generally.
Yeah. So I have met them all about like 5 times. The first time
Mhm.
I met them, it was really funny. I was at a Taylor Swift concert and Esty stood behind me in the pit. And
Oh
like
my
nobody
god.
recognized her but me. There was like me and one other person that took a picture with her, but like nobody knew it was her. Um, so I had met Esty, but I didn't meet the other sisters that night. And so then the next time I met them, which the first time I met them all together was 2017. And yeah, by then they had like known my Twitter. And I also was on, they had a Heim Time podcast they did back in the day.
Oh, cool. I
And
don't
I
know
was a
about
guest
that.
star on that one. So before I met them, we had like talked on the phone, which is kind of how they really like got to know me, I guess. But yeah, that was the first time I met them all together. And so Alana was very excited. She knew me by name,
Oh
but
my
I've met them like 4 or 5 times since then.
So you were on their podcast?
Yeah, yeah, it
Oh
was. It
my
was
gosh.
so cool.
I'll have to go find the episode.
Yeah, I'll have to look at what episode number it is and I can send it to you.
Yeah, that's so cool. So I wanted to ask more also about just interaction within the community. What other than the group chat, what has your interaction been like?
I feel like most of my friends are like Heim friends. Like, I don't
Really?
even call them my online friends anymore because I've met them like 20 times. We come to each other's house like every other month. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
these are just like my friends now, but I've met them from going to their concerts and I guess technically met them all online, but they live near the area. And so, yeah, I feel
That's so
like
cool. So are there like
90% of my friends
regional
are like,
Heim groups?
Yeah, there kind of are. There's like
Yeah.
a big Brazil group, which I haven't met everyone from there. I've met a few people that have been able to travel to America for shows. But yeah, there's actually a big South America following for Haim. But then a lot of UK people, which I've met
Hmm.
most of them too. Yeah, I feel like there is like little pockets everywhere of Haim fans.
That's awesome. Are you involved in like any other fandoms to that degree, or maybe not to that degree, but like also in a heightened way?
Yeah, my like top people are like Taylor Swift, Haim, and I really love like Miley Cyrus and Chappell Roan. Those are like my
Yes.
people that I
Love them all.
all involved in. Yeah.
Cool. And how do you think being involved in this community has impacted other areas of your life?
I feel like being a fan has like shaped my entire existence. I went to college for entertainment marketing and business.
Oh,
So like my entire degree is in artist management marketing. Because I have a passion for it. I love like figuring out the algorithm, figuring out like what works, what posts work, what people want to see. And like I love just like helping people. Like I'm so passionate about music just as like a spiritual thing almost, that it's like I love getting to help share other people's work. And so I feel like it's just like literally shaped my entire life. Like music is who I am. I feel like that's such a cliche thing, but it's like it's true. It's like every facet of my life is like involved with the entertainment industry or music somehow. I do social media work online, like kind of work for hire.
what's your strategy for keeping up with like everything that happens with Haim? Like, do you have certain accounts that you're like, oh, I need to check these, or certain like news sources?
I feel like I maybe did it once, but I like have kind of gotten to the point within the last few years with my account where I'm like, I'm that news source.
Yeah.
So I have to be the one that like, I feel like a few times a day I'm like on every single like Getty Images, like X,
Right.
Twitter,
Okay.
TikTok, like searching their hashtags, seeing if anyone's typed their name, any like, you know, all
Yeah.
the stuff.
Yeah. What do you think of the new album?
Oh, I love it. It
I
came
love
at
it too. It's
it
my
came at the
favorite one.
perfect time. Literally the day they posted the pictures of their relationship shirts was the day I was broken up with. So I was like, you know
Oh
what?
my God.
This whole record is for me.
Totally. At least you have that. Yeah.
Yeah, right. I can go through my breakup with the Hine sisters.
For sure. Cool. Is there anything else you want to share?
I guess just like I would say something about like Haim themselves about how great they are, because so many artists nowadays I feel like don't connect that much with their fans, but Haim, they don't really connect with their fans. They like, as you saw in the video, they know their fans. Like they knew me by
Yeah.
name. I didn't have to say my name. They've not only me, but they've helped me and other fans with like meet and greets, concert tickets. Like, you know, it's not about money for them. They genuinely care about the people that are listening to them. And I just think more people should know that, because that's like hard to find in celebrities, I feel like.
Love that. That's good
Yeah.
to know. Obviously, you can't expect every musical artist you like to also be a good person, but it's so
Yeah.
nice to like know
Yeah,
when
it's so
someone is.
refreshing when they like are genuinely like, I mean, even I had to have a surgery a few years ago, and the Haim sisters were like messaging me while I was in the hospital. I'm like,
Oh my
you guys are on tour
God.
with Taylor Swift. You don't have to message me. Like, they're
That's
just the most caring people
awesome.
ever. They're
That's so
incredible.
sweet. Cool. Anything you want to plug before I let you go?
I guess just my Instagram account, the Alana Haim, for for all Haim updates.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much, Gracie.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for being on. I thought it was really cool talking to Gracie, especially that she's been such a dedicated stan since like 2014. And the fact that Haim like knows her so well is
Yeah, they
really
had a
fun.
time. Also, the fact that she met Esty like just randomly. I totally assumed the first time they met it would have been like at a meet and greet or like them reaching out.
Yeah. No,
She
it was
just
at
was,
the Taylor Swift show.
yeah, just she was just standing behind her. That's really like your stan work paying off that you ID.
Totally. But it really made me realize like investing early is so critical to having a successful stan account, or at least like being acknowledged by the celebrity you're standing.
Yeah. So good news, Scenester Sisters. Now is the time to get in with this not my scene stan accounts. It's clearly in the cron.
If you start a Not My Scene Stan account, we will notice. Followed
Yeah,
by Not My Scene.
for sure.
You can be
Yeah.
on the podcast.
Yeah. Well, she went on Haim's podcast, which is so cool.
But that sounds so fun to be on it.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool. Like, before I listened to the interview with her, I didn't expect that there would be so much of a real life community around Stan accounts. Like, hearing how she meets up with people from different cities when she goes to shows there, and how so many of her friends are Haim fans in real life. That's really cool.
Yeah.
The other thing that kind of struck me from the interview was it's such a job. Well, we can talk about this more in the context of the Boy Genius interview too, but like when she was talking about how she's really into like figuring out what works with the algorithm and how to get like content promoted, and she's like doing all of this on behalf of the artist for free. I don't know, just thinking about social media and how you promote content that's not your own, like that seems so hard, you know what I mean? It must be so much work to build a following and like understand the algorithm and do social media management. It's like you're not even working with the person directly, you're just like selflessly promoting their content.
Yeah, and like that is actually people's jobs. So Stan accounts are doing labor.
Yeah. Free labor. It's crazy.
It is on the point you made about them like befriending each other and hanging out with each other and stuff. It kind of makes me wonder if I almost do wonder if there's ever been like a sociological study on people that were stans in their adolescence that are now adults, because to me these things, I mean, obviously being a stan can do crazy things to your brain probably, but also the social aspect would probably make you like a better dater or better at making friends in new cities as an adult.
Or like give you like career skills like research and marketing.
Yeah, I mean, they have so many things they need to identify. I was like thinking about, my like running joke about how I don't want to go on a date with a stranger. Like all these stan people are probably a lot better at that.
Yeah.
Because they do that already.
Like they meet people online and yeah, totally. I mean, it was just like, I don't know, hearing her talk about how music is like everything to her was very moving. And I feel like it's such a productive hobby too. Like these people are fully running part-time jobs on the side of whatever else they're doing.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like if you get into something enough, it feels like you have to do something with that. Like you can't just consume without creating.
She shifted from a consumer to a creator.
I feel like Pop Crave and the like are coming for Stan accounts jobs though.
Yeah, I want to know what is behind Pop Crave.
Well, they're basically like catch-all Stan accounts.
Like I don't actually know what Pop Crave is.
It's definitely multiple people, I think.
But is it like Pop Crave LLC? Like are they like incorporated?
It's interesting, Yarden, you described them as a catch-all stan account, but they definitely show bias. Like I think they're more liberal leaning, and you can see whether they say someone like stuns in a new photo or not. I saw a lot of people criticizing, I think it was Pop Crave. Pop Crave, don't come for me if it wasn't you. But after Olivia Rodrigo headlined Glastonbury, one of those big catch-all stan accounts didn't post anything about this, pivotal career highlight for her. And they were catching a lot of flack for it. They were like, you're such an Olivia hater. You're not posting this. Like, da-da-da. Yeah. But it is true. Like you can tell the biases sometimes.
Because they are kind of like still run by people. Yeah. Or they are run by people.
I think one of the things that gives Stan accounts an advantage of being able to post something faster than like a news outlet is they don't have to write a whole article, get it fact checked. It's like just posting the image and like posting the update, and that's what like Pop Crave is doing too. Like,
Yeah.
do they produce any other media other than just like the tweet?
No.
No, I don't think. No.
All right. Thank you so much again for joining. I have the folks behind Boy Genius Source with me, and I'm super excited to talk to you all. So, I guess first off, I just wanted to know how you all came together. Did you start the account together, or did one of you start it? Tell me a little bit about that.
I initially started the account on Twitter in like July of 2023. I was really active on the fandom on Twitter, and they were on tour, and like during all the shows everyone would just post what was happening, but there wasn't like a localized place where people could look to see what was going on. And I had a lot of friends who ran like update accounts and stuff like that, and I was like, I feel like I could do something like that. That'd be cool. And I did a few shows by myself, and then I realized that there was like no way that I could do it all by myself. So I literally just tweeted, I was like, who wants to help me with this? And I found Ems and Lise, and then Anna joined later on because she started it on Instagram, and then we just joined forces from there.
Oh, yeah. It seems like a lot to keep up with, like especially while they were on tour, like everything that was happening all the time. So having multiple people like gathering that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's really great because some of us are like on different sides of the country, so there will be stuff that's like posted earlier in the day, and then we wake up or like stay up later, so we really catch like a good chunk of time zone ranges, which is really helpful for especially when they're touring like in Europe or in other places. So
where are you still getting most of the content, like from Twitter, or do you have like a place where you look every day to see if anything happened?
A lot of times, like recently, fans will send us their videos from like a show that they went to. They'll record videos and they'll put it in a Google Drive, or they'll just DM us, be like, hey, did you want to see a video of this? So that's been like one of the coolest things, I think, with starting the account, is just when people like reach out and are like, do you want to see our videos? And obviously we're always like, yes, of course. Yes. And we love to share it. And I think people get really excited to see their videos featured also. But in terms of like other content, for a while it was just like a lot of Instagram tags and Twitter deep searching for videos. But like especially during the summer, I think a lot of us were on kind of the fandom online, and people would post their videos, so we were all just kind of like very actively involved, so that's how we would find a lot of content.
Cool. That's fun. You've seen like so many people's like firsthand accounts.
Yeah, for tour it was so funny. We would go just to like the geotag of the venue and just go through every story and look for the best view.
Oh my god, that's so good.
It would be
my
like
favorites
really funny
are like
when we would get like the super blurry pictures, and it would be
I
like
was
Boy Genius is on stage and they're just like little orbs of light on the stage.
First look and it's completely just blurry screen.
It's like the worst photo you've ever seen.
You're like, thank you. I can tell they look stunning. That's so funny. Have you all met in person now?
I think so.
We're like really close.
Yeah, I think
everyone.
I haven't met as Jules because
I haven't met Anna.
And that's it.
Yeah,
okay, but everyone else.
So there's been a lot of like subsets of the group.
Okay.
Yeah, we've gone to actually a couple shows together.
Yeah, that's so fun.
It was funny. 3 out of 4 of us were at the Halloween show. And so I had to FaceTime Anna in from like they sang like covers of each other's songs and like wore jackets from their 2018 tour. And poor Anna was like the only one that wasn't at the show.
and I was like just 3 hours later for me. So I was like fighting sleep because it was so important, because it was a big moment for the fans. It was crazy.
Totally. Is that the one where they dressed up as the Father, Son, and Holy
Yes.
Spirit?
Yeah.
So good.
It had to be covered.
I like kind of wanted to do that costume this last year, but I didn't. I was like, I can't pull it together in the way that they did.
Yeah, they
I
look
feel like
so
so many
cool.
people were trying to predict what it was going to be, and I don't know if anyone, I feel like I maybe saw one person that like actually got it, but as soon as like I saw it, I was like, this is perfect. It's so
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe people thought it was going to be too obvious. That's like
what
the
I was
trio of all
thinking.
trios.
I was like, there's no way that would be what they came up with.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Have you met any other fans through the account?
Yeah, we met so many. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, tons of people.
I feel like just all of us collectively have gone to like shows where like people will find like we'll all just kind of like casually mention in line while we're waiting for the show like we run this like count and then they're like no way and they like
oh my
fangirl
God.
out.
It's
It's
funny.
so sweet to see. They get so excited. And I'm like, guys, we're just girls posting about boy genius.
That's
my
sweet,
favorite
though.
thing my favorite thing is to like be anonymous for the beginning and then to tweet something and then see the reaction like in live time of everyone being like, oh my God, did you see Boy Genius Source just tweeted this? And I'm just like sitting here like with this secret information.
That does sound
Yeah,
really
the amount
fun.
of shows I've been at where I'm like, I see people on their phones that have Boy Genius Source up on their phones. I'm like, you
or
have
like their
no idea.
notifications on.
Yeah.
Or like, do you ever post a photo from the show or from the line and then like people realize like, wait, this is where I'm standing?
Yeah.
I think people look at the barricade when there's like one of us at barricade.
Yeah.
And you can tell it's super close and then they're like, someone is there. Someone.
Yeah. Or like we've posted before like nobody in this pit knows I'm Boy Genius Source. And then people are like, oh my God, like, I think I saw you. It's really funny.
Your own like micro celebrity within the fandom.
It's really cool also to meet photographers that like have photographed them and be like, we reposted your pictures. And they're like, oh my God, we love you. And we're just like, what the heck?
Yeah, that's a symbiotic relationship, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Have you like been acknowledged by the boys at all?
Oh gosh.
We have like a few likes here and there. Phoebe, as we know, is a little bit off the grid. So we have like Julian and Lucy stuck in the accounts, but
Nice.
Yeah. I would say more than like actually them, sometimes people like from their team will like acknowledge us more than like actually them because they're just not internet people.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Like during the Grammys, we posted like Ems had made like a graphic of all of the nominations that they got during the announcement thing, and we posted like on the Instagram, and people from the band and stuff were like posting our screenshot, like our graphic, onto their stories and stuff. So it was really cool. We were like bugging.
That's really cool.
Yeah, that was awesome because we beat their team. Like there was an official graphic of like everything they got nominated for, but we did it first.
Damn,
and so then
y'all are fast.
like Ems is our like Canva warrior.
She is. Whenever we need a graphic design is her passion.
Grammy week is like my favorite Boy Genius Source memory because we would wake up and they'd be at a new event and we would all just be freaking out in the group chat, and we were all so active that we'd post something like 3 times at the same time and be like, oh no, which one do we delete? It was just like utter chaos in the best way possible.
So is it kind of just a free-for-all in terms of posting, or do you have to like get sign-off from the whole group? It sounds like no.
I feel like it depends on what it is. I think that's one thing that we all try to like be really mindful of is like communicating with each other on like certain things, especially when it comes to like pictures that are like either taken without the boys like clear knowledge in the picture, or like just in general if like it's posted from like a close friend that doesn't seem like they were like tagged and stuff in it. We just I feel like are very conscious of like exposing them like to like exposing pictures of them that
Right.
weren't taken with them like consenting to it.
Like
But
you're not trying
I feel
to
like
be
when
like the paparazzi again.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, we're not like
all
TMZ.
sign off. But if it's just like an Instagram repost, like you can just post that. But if it's like we're not sure, we all make sure to like give our opinion. If it's like
we have a democratic vote before anything like private or anything like that is shared.
Totally. Do you feel a little bit sad now that they're not like touring or performing together, or is it like every day? I feel sad. But
it's really sad because I miss like seeing them all together, but I've also just really loved following like what they're all doing. Like Phoebe is in a movie and Lucy's on tour, and Julian had like this country project with Taurus, which was so cool. And it's just, that's like the one thing that I really love about them, is that they're so great together, but they're also just so great individually, and we just get to reap like all of the riches of their beautiful talent, and it's so great.
Sure. And I don't think it would be as special for them to come together if they didn't have such like amazing careers on their own.
Absolutely. I 100% agree.
Yeah. I think that's also part of like the really unique beauty of Boy Genius Source is like, even if Boy Genius isn't together, we get to keep doing what we're doing with their individual projects. And like a lot of other artists, like obviously they disappear and they go work on new projects and whatever. And all these accounts kind of have dead periods, but we kind of have been going like nonstop for like 2 years at this point. And that's really cool for us.
There's
and
always
for
one of them doing something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of fandoms kind of fizzle out if their artists aren't like super busy. And I think the fact that like we kind of revolve around not just Boy Genius as a group, but as like individual projects as well, it kind of keeps that like that hype and that like enjoyment for them alive, because we got to kind of like keep the community talking about the same stuff and being able to like build while we're in this period that they're on their hiatus from the group.
For sure. That's awesome. Keep the community alive. I was also wondering if you all are involved in any other fan communities, or is it pretty much just Boy Genius?
I mean, we're all like at our core like total fangirls, and we all have artists that we like super love outside of Boy Genius. Me personally, like right now and for the past couple of years, I've been like the most tapped into Boy Genius and their solo projects, but it's kind of just because that's who's like been doing stuff. Like I know we all love Harry Styles, and it's like we were and are involved in that, but it's like he's been gone for like ever. So it's like, what are we supposed to do?
That's funny.
We can't wait around forever.
I had a Billie Eilish account before this, so that was kind of
cool.
my, like inspo for making another Instagram. I was like, I'm retiring, and then I was like, I can't stay away, and I never thought that someone like could be my Billie again. Like I would get that invested in an artist again, and then I just got so invested in Boy Genius, so that was really fun.
That's exciting. Are you still involved in like the Billie Eilish fan
Yeah,
community?
I fear I did go to like 5 shows last year, but
That's amazing.
I was like, I don't think I can do 2 accounts at once. So
yeah.
A little bit of hiatus, but yeah, it was really fun to kind of like do it again, but with a completely different fan base.
That's awesome. Is there a name for the Boy Genius fandom?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Started one, it would catch on, but I just can't think of anything.
I think Boy Genius Source actually has a fan name before Boy Genius has one for their fandom. I feel like people have called themselves like Sorcers.
Wait. Oh my god, you're so right.
Yeah.
Or like Boy Genius Source Nation. I've seen
Yes. We've gotten a fan name before the fandom actually got a fan name. That's so lore. Funny. That is lore, guys.
That's lore.
That's so good. I was also gonna ask how you think being involved in this fan community impacts other parts of your life.
I know for me, like being involved in fan communities online has been like really important to my like personal self discovery and like my identity and you know, because where I grew up and where I'm from is like small and pretty conservative, and that's just like growing up in that was kind of hard for me. And so being in fan communities has really opened my eyes to people my age and people that think like me and like the same things as me. And so it's been awesome to like just connect with like-minded people, but then also like professionally, like I do marketing, I work kind of in the realm of music, and so like watching how fandoms interact and how they work and like running an account like this, I think has given me really valuable experience that I can carry into my professional life, which is really cool and like an awesome side benefit outside of the community aspect.
I can go next. I think we kind of joke that it's funny that my like academic path is the complete opposite of what you'd expect from someone running Boy Genius Source. Because I'm in school, I'm studying engineering, which is kind of
I was like trying to think, I'm like, what would the opposite be? An investment banker? Like
yeah, and it's really great to have like this space because I think like especially in the workplace environments and kind of the energy that I'm around is not only like very academically rigorous and very serious, but it's also very like male centric. And so having these like online fandom spaces of like young queer women that are talking about, you know, these openly queer artists that are doing this, that are like super progressive and doing these amazing things has been just like such a great experience for me to have that outlet from my personal like academic life.
Oh, that's amazing.
I think it's helped me feel like more involved than just being like a fangirl who goes to shows and stuff. It kind of helps integrate like this bigger community and expose this queer joy that like our fandom gets and sprinkle that everywhere else.
Aww.
So I find that just like, I don't know, it's like nice to be able to like get to be on the back end of like seeing that community grow out.
I love that. Yeah, it's like participatory. You're not just like a passive consumer.
Boy Genius is so outspoken about like queer joy, and that translates to the fandom, and that translates to the fans in concerts and online, and it's just like such a safe space that I also necessarily didn't have in my personal life at home. So it's just a really great outlet, and it's a really great way to connect with other people who are like very similar to you and just bond over something so special like their music.
Oh, okay, great answers. Loved all of that. Something that just popped into my head. How early on to Juicy were you guys?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I really get asked this like so often.
Like, oh my gosh.
I feel like we were pretty early because people would send us things.
Yeah.
Like we obviously wouldn't post it, and we didn't say anything until it was like super, super, super confirmed in writing, but we knew for a while because they weren't that
It's always been like a discussion we've always like circled back to. Every now and then something would be posted and we would have a conversation about it again and again.
And we'd be like, guys, like, what's happening? Like, is this for real?
Yeah. I was kind of a disbeliever for a while. I have to
the Halloween costumes, I just remember I was like taking a nap and I woke up to that everywhere and I was like, oh my god.
It was so good.
That was a very crazy day. That was a very
crazy day. That was a crazy day.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you all so much for joining.
Yes, of course. Thank you.
Thank
for
you.
Us.
Yeah, thank you.
It's crazy. Like, she has a Canva subscription. Like, she's paying for like, this is literally a job.
Like, they're making graphics for Boy Genius.
Yeah. And they're beating the Boy Genius official account graphics for when they win Grammy nominations.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And it seems like they actually do need 4 people to run it.
Yes, yeah. Okay, when they were talking about time zone coverage, so they're like all in different parts of the country, and
they have around the sun
also,
coverage.
Like, literally, they're like 24/7 clocking what's happening. It's crazy.
Yeah. No, I thought they had a lot of cool points. I thought it seems like they have really good ethics around it, like not posting photos of the boys when like it doesn't seem like they want to be photographed, or like not posting things about their personal relationships before they're confirmed.
Yeah, I was
Like,
thinking about Pop Crave in that context too. Like Pop Crave would post that photo, but it's sweet that since they're
or
fans,
like
they kind of be like,
tabloids would.
yeah, yeah. The
Ethical.
celebrities have a man on the inside. Yeah, like ethical tabloids.
Yeah, that's extremely biased towards one artist. I thought it was also cool that they like will meet fans at concerts who know who they are.
Yeah, it's super cool. I can see the appeal for sure, especially like if you live somewhere where like maybe you don't have community in your town that is aligned with your stan preferences. I think one of them was talking about being in like a more conservative place and
Mm-hmm.
like being able to meet friends through your stan account and then go to these concerts and see people who are also stans who are familiar with your work. That's like kind of surreal.
Totally. And that they have a fandom name for their stan account.
Forsters.
I love that. Wizard coded.
Yeah, well, that was really cool. And they're doing the Lord's work.
They are. Thank you, Boy Genius Source.
Yeah, and thank you, the Alana Heim.
I wanted to talk about some more like iconic stan accounts or iconic stan account moments.
Okay, well, obviously we've already brought up Club Chalamet.
Yes, which actually I feel like when we first started talking about doing this subject, that was who I first thought of.
Yeah.
But for those of you who don't know, Club Chalamet is a stan account on Twitter and Instagram for Timothy Chalamet. And she, Miss Club, is pretty famous because she's so passionate about Timmy and will defend him in a way like she is working on his team, and also in a very personal way, and like makes her feelings very known, like what she feels about his relationships. She really doesn't like him and Kylie together. um and she's like posted photos of herself meeting Timmy and whatnot, and she's like a middle-aged woman.
Anyone can run a stan account. They walk among us.
Yes, but I wanted to read like one of her most famous tweets, which this was the Timothy Chalamet lookalike contest in New York. And this was before it happened. She tweeted, "A few people have asked if I'm sure Timothy won't attend that lookalike event in NYC on Sunday. I'm not part of his management team, but I highly doubt he'll attend. He's busy filming, and I really think for security, that's the last place he needs to be at. But he could look at it from the safety of a high and secured room. LOL." And posted like this. We can post a screenshot, but like a black and white photo of Timmy like in a room looking out a window, like from high above. And then the event happened and he did make a surprise appearance. So she quote tweeted it and said, "I know many of you think you caught me in a gotcha moment from this tweet below after Timmy made a cool surprise appearance at the lookalike contest yesterday. It's not that deep, folks. I'm thrilled he was there because it benefited a charity fundraiser that was started by at Whistle Breath, and the joy that it brought many of the fans who got to see him makes me happy as well. Look at the PR he got from it and the headlines that have returned the focus on him and demonstrated how much he loves and respects his fans. He was only there for a brief moment, and that speaks so highly of him and put the spotlight on a lot of cool fans who have the luck of kind of looking like him. So it's all good. I'm not Buddha, and again, I'm not part of his management team. I don't claim to know everything, and in fact, I love being surprised too, just like how I was surprised that ACU is being released this year and not in 2025 as first believed. And again, this benefits me in ways you can't imagine." There are more exciting moments coming up over the next several months, so keep watching CC for some exclusives. That is, if you care what I have to say. Wink emoji.
Long-winded and so defensive.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well,
defensive.
I feel like this is a special Stan account because her voice like really comes through in the content she's creating. Like, and that's probably why we're also aware of her as an individual now. But it's like the narrative of these tweets and posts are they're like
she's
a diary
inserting herself.
Yeah. Like she's definitely known for her individual personality at this point.
But I just love this benefits me in ways you can't imagine.
Yeah, me too.
And she's interesting too because she has a lot of disposable income. So I feel like she's able to travel a lot and kind of follow him around. Like I think she goes to a lot of like smaller award shows and premieres.
Yeah. It's very interesting. I also think this is probably, I don't know, but I would make a generalization that Stan accounts are usually younger than the people that they stan. And it's kind of like a different dynamic here too, because she's older than Timothée Chalamet and has like lived more life than him.
But that might just be like it's with the times kind of, because this is like the social media generation.
Yeah.
And so they're more likely to be on social media and be engaged with it versus like, I guess the equivalent would be like grown men that follow Fish on tour are like Fish stans. They just don't.
That's true.
Yeah, that is so true.
Or deadheads or whatever.
Yeah, great point.
But that is still like more in the, at least in the same age group as who they're standing.
Yeah.
I guess it just speaks to Timmy's acting prowess and sophistication that he has middle-aged stans.
Are those her words or yours?
I'm a stan of Club Chalamet.
Okay, another iconic Stan account I wanted to briefly mention was the Shelley Duvall Stan account. Did you see this?
Yeah, I love her.
Yeah. Den, are you familiar with this?
You told me about it a while ago.
All right. Well, we can debrief. Basically, there was this girl in Texas who was a Shelley Duvall stan, and she started a Stan account. And I feel like this was kind of around a time where a lot of people were revisiting. I feel like a lot of younger people were getting interested in Shelley Duvall and like
using that sound that was like, "Hello,
I'm Shelley Duvall." Hello. And I don't know. There was just like a lot of attention towards her like mental health issues on the set of The Shining and things like that. And this Stan account ended up meeting her. And I was reading about how this happened because she started posting videos with Shelley Duvall and everyone was like, how is this happening? But I guess she was running a Stan account and then a director who was putting together a documentary, which was called I'm Shelley Duvall, reached out to the Stan account and allowed the Stan account runner to write a letter to Shelley. So she wrote a letter and she included a photo because she had a tattoo of her. And then I guess they both lived in Texas and the director like set up a time for them to meet. So they went to a diner and they had like pie together, just the Stan account and Shelley. And then they hung out at a park and she said it felt like they had been friends like forever. And then at the end of the encounter, she was like, bye, Shelley. And Shelley was like, wait, I didn't get your number. And they exchanged contact information and then they proceeded to like talk on the phone. She's in the interview I read with her, she said they were talking on the phone like weekly and they were hanging out like every other month. And tragically, Shelley Duvall has now passed, but it was like this really beautiful thing where this Stan account was, Shelley had like very much left the public eye, retired from acting entirely, moved to Texas and was like doing her own thing. And then the Stan account started hanging out with her. So
I feel like I almost considered her more of like a Shelley Duvall archivist over a Stan account because she wasn't like actively following what Shelley's up to now and stuff because she's living a private life. It was almost like a documentarian or
like
something.
Stan account implies like live updates.
Yeah, that's like, I mean, it's kind of an interesting point. Like, she definitely was posting a lot about what like Shelly's old content, but yeah, she wasn't being like Shelly spotted at like whatever, like Shelly stuns in new photo.
Yeah, that is cool though, and it seems like almost every, like at least major musical artists like will know their biggest stands. Like you'll always see like Lana shouting out, like recognizing the people in the front. Like remember when we saw her, she was like, "Oh, you guys."
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I wonder if some of them like resent some of their bigger stan accounts.
Well,
Although
some of them,
maybe
like,
the
I
bigger
feel like do make them look bad. Like, probably Timmy doesn't like everything that Club Chalamet is saying.
It does seem like it's kind of part of the culture these days for artists to acknowledge their stan accounts. I mean, I'm sure not all artists do, but it does seem like the kind thing to do if someone's like putting all this effort in. But I'm sure sometimes they're like, oh, I don't want whatever content shared about me.
I kind of almost feel like the responsible thing to do is to acknowledge them so that you can at least try to like rein them in or something when they get crazy.
Otherwise you end up with Stan from the Eminem song.
True.
Well, or I mean, we'd be remiss to not mention the toxicity that comes with a lot of fan groups.
Yeah.
Like herbs and I mean, they can, if crosses, you know, I'll use Taylor Swift as an example. If a smaller public figure says something bad about Taylor Swift, like they're definitely going to get a ton of hate mail and probably death threats from Swifties, which is common for any large fan group. I'm sure. What's the BTS one called? Army and the Beehive and the Barbs. I think they all are kind of like that. But
it's important for artists to have a direct line to their stand so that they can like cut that behavior if something bad is happening.
Yeah, no, there's totally a dark side, or not even just minor public figures, but people will, like, stands will sometimes dox just regular people that criticize their chosen celebrity. Like the Barbs, like you mentioned, are kind of famous for that, which are the Nicki Minaj stands.
And I saw a lot of when Tortured Poets Department was coming out and people were like spreading leaks on Twitter. I saw some crazy doxing of people who were posting leaks and like being like, I'm reporting you to the FBI. Like, this is stolen property, like all this crazy stuff. Yeah. Would you have a Stan account then, Hannah?
No. But if I had to have one, I do think I would want to invest early in a really small celebrity. I was trying to think of like who would be funny. Like someone like when we were watching Kyle Mooney YouTube videos before he was on SNL, like we should have created a Stan account for him.
Hey, fellow Moonies, how are you doing?
That's so good.
We should create one for like that girl whose TikToks you always send me. We don't even know her name, so we're not.
Yeah, the girl who does like, this is what the overhead announcement on a plane sounds like. She's so funny. She's about to blow up. We should create the Stan account now. She does like, I can't do an impression of it. I'll show you her videos later.
Lately, I've been getting fed a lot of this guy who does Bad Bunny impressions. He's like, this is my impression of Bad Bunny watching Shrek or whatever. And I'm not going to
I always see those. This is Bad Bunny, like if he was asked to do a song with Benson Boone. Did you see that?
Yeah, exactly. I saw that one the other day.
I don't think I would do a Stan account for a celebrity, but I do. Yeah, I feel like I'm still waiting to find the scene that will be the like proper outlet of my obsessive tendencies. And I don't think it's this.
I don't know. I'm like, these don't exist anymore. I could see you joining. No, they do. Like a chat room, like a Discord for like Swifties or something.
That's like, she's definitely on Swifty Reddit.
Definitely on Swifty Reddit. And yeah, I could see myself doing that too. Yeah, I don't think I would do it, but I did really enjoy listening to the Stan account interviews. They showed me how Stan accounts can be a really beautiful thing, I think.
The wholesome side of standing.
No dark sides there. I think it's really cool. It's a very like symbiotic relationship for the stans and the artists in the case of those types of accounts, because the artists are getting a ton of free publicity and labor and love for their art, and then the stans generally like make friends who have similar interests, oftentimes get to connect with the artists themselves, and like have an outlet for their passion. So win-win.
It's a good. I wonder what percentage of stan accounts these days are like planted by record labels. And
that's very interesting.
This is why we need diverse perspectives on here to bring the cynicism.
Yeah. I wonder if there have been any exposed. I bet that's like a Google search away. But
yeah,
I mean, it's interesting too now as people get older. Like, wasn't it kind of found out that Lil Nas X used to have a Nicki Minaj stan account?
Yes, like he was.
So now our stans are, you know, successful in their own careers and maybe getting their own stans.
Yeah,
something to think about.
Stan on stan.
Yeah. This is why I wouldn't want to have a stan account in case one day we met as peers.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't think I would, but it's fun learning about. And I'm grateful to all the stan accounts out there.
All of them?
No. Most of them.
You're grateful to the doxers?
Yeah, I would be maybe, I don't know, like, again, don't follow any of these, but I feel like I would maybe be grateful to like 1% of the stan accounts out there if I were a big fan of something, because the rest is probably just terrible.
Okay, well, I think that honestly, I'm a fan of most of the like kind of quote unquote official stan accounts. I'm not a fan of like the one-off stans who are just using their personal accounts to like do crazy shit, you know?
Yeah.
But I think most people who are running stan accounts, they have like a degree of professionalism to uphold, you know? Like they treat it like a business, it seems like. So also I need to look into this. If Seamster Sisters can write in about this. My friend was telling me that apparently there's an Ana de Armas stan account that gets talked about a lot on Who Weekly. So I'm going to dive into that and we'll report back on the Ana de Armas stan account.
I think I've heard of that.
Yeah.
That's funny. She doesn't come across my desk much.
No, mine neither.
All right. Should we wrap it up with some Scenester? Well, I think we have one Scenester to read.
Yeah.
From Labubu.
So from the Labubu app, thank you, Lucy, for writing in. She wanted to say that the whole time she was thinking about these that came on bags. These are the Kipling bags from the 90s, and everyone in her elementary school had them. And I was also thinking about these bags because my grandma used to have a Kipling bag, and she loved the little monkey that hung off of it. So I see.
I didn't know these, but they do seem very Labubu.
Very Labubu, but smaller and maybe more durable. They're more like almost, but it's funny. It's like a built-in little buddy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I also just want to say that since we released the episode, we've been getting, and both from our Not My Scene accounts and my personal accounts, a lot of people have been sending the boo-boo content, and I really appreciate the engagement, and I kindly ask you to stop.